Of course, it's a Sunday fun day. It's my 25th anniversary here at HSN. I'm Shannon, and I can't thank you enough for making those 25 years go by in the blink of an eye. Well, for decades, you know this guy, this handsome man, Dennis Simeone, who has been giving women and men, but particularly those of us who have challenges, you know, mom was job number one, even after he went into, you know, what was supposed to be a little retirement. Dennis Simeone, you are back with a better than buy one, get one, because you know, me, Amy, everybody swears by wig in a can, wig in a can, wig in a can.
Yes. The new name.
It's the new name. And then you get the brush as well. We'll show you the If purchase separately.
Right.
And then I'm going to defer to you because you know what I'm going to be doing. You've worked with me often enough. The phone's coming out. I'm shopping, my friend. I am shopping. I am buying this right now. The brush is so unique and decidedly different, just like everything that Dennis does. Remember, it is a buy one, get one, give one, keep one. It is wig in a can. Your hair will never look so amazing. The Teasing Brush alone is also $21. It is one of our Beauty Choice Award winners here at HSN. All right, Dennis, I mean business. The phone is coming out. I am ordering because this is always out of stock, and I know that because I go to hsn.com. I buy them separately, as you know. How did you do this, my friend?
Well, and this is the last of it. So we were on with Amy, I believe it was a week ago, and she had, I guess it was the duo, and that's gone. When this is gone, it's November before you'll see any shape or form of this 2XL. That's how back ordered we are. And why is that? Well, thank you. It won an award, customer award. Best styling product, because it does so much. It's not just a texturizer, and it's not just a volumizer. It's a dry shampoo as well, but it gives you so much volume and texture without any hold. There's fibers, and I'll have Amanda come out because you need to see it. So you'll see it in the clinical study that we're showing you. There's no backcombing, no teasing. Although we're giving you the brush, it's kind of like a teasing brush, but really what you're going to do is just brush those fibers closer down to the scalp area, to the root, so it gives you more lift instead of using your fingers. So it's an added bonus. This way you get every single fiber. But you can come out, Amanda. So she's going to show you. Now, she has a lot of hair, but it's very fine. You shake it, as Amy now made famous, you shake it to wake it, and you're creating a vortex in the can, and you're going to pulse it into the hair. And you can see I'm digesting so much of it. It's clean beauty. So, you know, for me, it was important for my mom to make everything clean, even aerosolized product. But when you pulse it, these fibers, they build, they layer on top of each other, kind of like puzzle pieces. They link together, and then she hasn't even really massaged it. With that comb that you're getting, wherever you brush that in, wherever you're going, that's basically where you're putting the fibers. So you're adding that support to it. If you want it to lift, if you want it to be thicker, fuller. So you're not teasing, you're moving the fibers. Or you can use your fingers, but your hands or that comb become like a magnet. You will have a tremendous amount of lift, body, fullness, and you're not sacrificing the shine or the health of your hair. And day 2, day 3, gets even better.
Well, it does indeed. And I'll tell you what, you gotta try it. I know that's a pretty bold statement, but like Dennis said, final quantity, final look, this is it. I mean, all good things must come to an end. There is no auto ship on this. My mom, I know, is watching. I know, Dennis, how close you are to your mom. My mom, you know, she's my best cheerleader. I am sending this to my mom. As we get older, things change. And, you know, my mom's hair is you know, thinning in parts, and it makes you look like you got more hair. It defies gravity. It is wig in a can. I mean, Amy, you know, I'll give credit where credit is due, and Amy couldn't have picked a better name for it. But when we say that, Dennis, that does not mean that it's stiff or looks artificial. I mean, basically, it gives you the look of, you know, hair that you don't have, makes you look like you got better hair, right?
Yeah, we're not shellacking the hair. There is no hold in this can whatsoever. That's the magic to it. You know, we're linking fibers together. No one's ever thought to do it. It's pretty straightforward. They're cotton silk. You can see the before and after in Lydia's hair. Look at the color shift as well. And the reason why, we're putting the health back into the hair, but these fibers, because they're raw cotton silk, they're ready to absorb moisture. So the moisture in the air, when you go to bed, it'll actually draw in the moisture and it plumps the hair shaft. And that's what gives it the vitality, the natural shine, the Yangu oil, a mix of coconut oil and quarry amber resin. It's a resin that I discovered in New Zealand, and that's what holds it all together and gives us a shine. You can't make a mistake other than spraying it too close. You're not killing bugs. It's a styling product, and the further away from your head, the better. So it's the head of the spray. That's where the magic is, and you pulse it. The more you pulse, the more fibers you build, and the more volume you're going to get. And if you don't want volume, you just leave it in your hair, and those cotton silk fibers absorb the moisture, absorb oils, all the toxins, all the things that you don't want go into the fiber. And then when you either brush or massage, that's what you're literally boinking off the hair so that you're left with perfect, clean, beautiful, volumized hair.
Well, it's really, it's our Beauty Choice Award winner. Now, Dennis, here's what's happening. You know what happens every time, whether you're here or on our sister family network at QVC.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm going to say. Unless you're calling now, you are not getting it. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying that to be abrupt or rude or brusque. It's just that it's important that you know, especially because of the high level of quality with which, we call him in the ingredient hunter, with which Dennis makes everything. When these are gone, guys. It is the last of the last of the last. And we are not limiting quantities. The brush is really a bonus. I can't believe he's including that. It's better than a buy one, get one. But even if you're new to Dennis or HSN or this product, you really have to try this. Men or women, again, if you want better looking hair, no buildup, no flaking, no caking, nothing bad, nothing nasty, nothing tacky, nothing gooey. It smells lovely on top of it. I'd love for you to see the quantity left. And one quick mention about that quantity left, if you do see it, that does not take into consideration the hundreds, actually close to 1,000 people that we have in the various forms of ordering. So I guess my advice to you is I really hope you try it. Like Dennis said, all good things must come to an end. And Dennis, that's just it. That beautiful brush is really kind of an additional bonus, but it's this does that makes a difference in everybody's hair, isn't it?
Yeah, that brush is over $20. I designed it myself. It's boar bristle, and it's even soft touch, so it's easy to grip because my mom, she's got arthritis. So I took everything into consideration. So that brush alone, I had it. I feel bad because I know it's going to sell out. We're going to leave a lot of people hanging, so that's why we did too. Added the brush as well. It's my way of saying sorry. We will be back in stock eventually. It just takes forever. COVID, you can thank that. This is why, and this is what and Amanda will do it again just to show you. Can you do it for the third time? And what happens? Her hair, and again, it's amazing because she's got a lot of hair. It's really, really heavy, but really fine. Because if you're wondering, is there a point where you use too much? No, you don't have to go this extreme, but this is what you're putting onto the hair, this coriander resin. This is what it's giving you the shine, so we're not using, synthetic silicones. But this is over 100,000 years old. It goes back to the Jurassic era. No, there's no mosquito, no dinosaurs, but it's as old as that. Captain Cook, actually, he discovered it, turned it into a varnish. I thought, what a cool idea. If I can take this and can I put that into an aerosolized product to hold fibers? And it did a wonderful job. So it does it really naturally. That's why it's not crispy, it's brushable, it's workable. You can't see the product, you can't feel the product. But you can see that it's in Amanda's hair. She hasn't lost shine. And just show them, the more you play with your hair, the bigger and fuller it's going to get. And if you don't want that, you can just brush that out and it acts as a dry shampoo. So you'll go up to 5 days without rewashing your hair.
Absolutely. In fact, listen, all things being equal, if you are calling, you get it. If you're not calling, you don't. And again, I'm sorry to be that, abrupt or that bold about it, but we want you to try it because you see that quantity left. Remember, it does not take into account the nearly 1,000 people who are joining us in the various forms of ordering. Use your remote, shop via that app, go to hsn.com, call the toll-free number, whatever it takes. Now remember, with that quantity left, so we have, actually fewer than 2,000, far less than that. Many people like myself are buying more than one because Dennis will not, God only knows, I don't know, maybe Holly. Well, actually, Dennis, I should defer to you. So we know this is going to sell out. When, if, are you going to be able to do this again, or what's the story there?
November. We're online to manufacture again. We're waiting for a few ingredients and to be put back into the production line. Aerosolized products are very difficult at the moment to make. And just the fact that I've run out of this and I can't force nature, and we only use the pieces that are found under the earth, 100,000 years old. So that's what we're dealing with. And there's been such a huge demand. We're limited by nature. But from what we figured out, it'll be November that we can be back in stock.
Well, I'll tell you what, nobody wants
Yeah.
to wait that long. I can tell you that much.
No.
I mean, you can see, I mean, nobody. So 149%, 140. I mean, I get flummoxed, and
It's a big number.
Boy, I got to tell you, Dennis, there's not much that leaves me speechless. But whenever I see your dynamic research and statistics, I do get a little, I stammer a little bit because I'm like, are you kidding me, right?
No, I know. We're amazed as well because I remember when I made this, it was just for my mom. She was in the hospital. She was ill. I basically took everything I had already in hair care with Ojon, award-winning line. That was based on one ingredient. I knew I wasn't done yet, and I knew that I had all these other places and ingredients that I still had to go, but I needed a reason. She gave me the reason. And the coriander resin, I've always wanted to play with that resin. It took me a while to figure out how do I now liquefy it so that, you know, when it gets sprayed, that it also solidifies, but it stays pliable, so it's workable. And it took a bit, but figured it out. Clean Beauty, we're probably one of the only ones that have an aerosolized product that is, you know, under that seal, which is not easy to do, hence why manufacturing it takes a lot of time. But it's worth it. This is going to train your hair and scalp again, you know, not to have to be washed every day, every other day. And that's what it's all about, finding balance. This is going to help you with it. And you can see with Becky, it even looks like we've color treated her. Although she was in our morning show, she used the cleansing treatment as the base. So that removes all the impurities. You know, even our scrub, fantastic. Then this spray over top, we're just proving you don't get a white residue like everyone else's, you know, dry shampoos or texturizers. It's a different way of looking at it.
It is. I'm telling you, it is one of a kind, just like you. And with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people calling, the one thing, you know, all things being equal in life, while there are no guarantees, I can guarantee this will be gone. So, and you heard it straight from Dennis's mouth. I mean, basically, you don't want to wait until November, and you don't want to wait, and you don't want to risk. I mean, even if he did it at a regular price, you have to remember normally, and we'll show you that if purchased separately, normally you'd get this. I mean, basically, that's what you would get for this $31 price, right? And Dennis, that's just it. It is better than a buy one, get one when you factor in that brush, right?
The brush, I believe, yeah, it's 21. We sell it for more. I made a limited run. It was made specifically to work with this 2XL. You know, people call it a teasing brush, but basically, it kind of looks like one, but it's not. There's the middle row of the brush, you'll see that it's a lot taller. Even the way that the bristles have been put into the brush, they're designed to grab those fibers. So wherever if you want to call it backcomb, you redirect those fibers to wherever you want thicker hair, wherever you want the lift. Ideally, you want to put that down to the scalp area, the root area. So those fibers accumulate. So just imagine you're now reinforcing where you want the most lift, and you will see magic happen. You know, massaging it, if you don't want to use the brush, works as well. But the brush just makes sure you grab every single fiber. And these fibers, they're pliable. And the way they work is they link together. Just imagine little puzzle pieces. So yeah, it's goof-proof.
Absolutely. Well, hey, I can't thank you enough, Dennis. Honestly, nobody does it better than you. My love to you, the whole family, and thank you for joining us on my anniversary.
Oh, thanks for having me. Happy anniversary.
Good to have you here. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
He is one of a kind for sure. Allison, I think just a little over 1,000 of those remaining. All right, now, how about memories in the making? Well, we're going to make it happen. Prestige beauty as only Lancome can do.